Never hurts to have more bracing. All in a day's work. I mean, with a air nail or something, it would be a lot quicker. So much work for a little tiny thing. I had to get out of the wilderness. Sure, there's always a cheaper, more vintage way of doing things. You got to pick and choose. You got to decide how much time you have. Got to make a million decisions. Eventually, I will make some sort of trail access. Even just in the winter, you could like snowshoe in or something. I'm just kind of using whatever I got, and I don't really care. Doing things the best way I can for now, and oftentimes that comes back to just doing what you know best. You know what? I think I had a vision of how I wanted to build things, and I've already done one cabin before, and I learned a lot from that. And I think just remember, it's going to be harder than you think, especially if you have difficult access to the property. Yeah, you kind of get a little worn out, and you look at social media and friends back home doing this, doing that, and family, and you're missing. There's a trade-off here. This comes at a bit of a cost. It's good to get a break too, because you can recharge your own personal mental batteries as well. A journal here. This is pretty good because it organizes your thoughts. Like you don't feel like writing in it some days, but I'll tell you, it's like, I'm gonna call it a tool. It keeps you like focused like a laser. The mental building laser, you want to have one of those. It's a nerd thing to do maybe, but actually no, I don't think it is. I think it's kind of awesome. Whatever, there's people making ridiculous TikToks out there. I can write my journal. The batteries, and yeah, and then if you really want to go for it, you just come out to the local hotel where you just had breakfast at. There's a logging truck out there. Lots of logging in this area. And this is where you charge your batteries. Just for those people in the warmer countries, if you're not aware, these are for wintertime. This is where you plug your vehicle in when you come to this parking lot. See? There's these plugins everywhere. It gets cold here, so this is, oh yeah, and see, look, also charge my phone here. Oh, this is for the, this camera that I'm using right now, charging that. I gotta really look at getting a generator. That stump there was underwater. And there's the water today. So I gotta drag my boat over to there. Fortunately, I don't have to load any plywood or materials, so got the last of it up. I think this is my 4th day of carpentry up here. Air nailer would be great. Hand nailing, everything is slow. That cedar looks pretty sharp. I like it. In Canada, we use imperial and metric interchangeably. House framing is more of a North American thing, not so much the rest of the world. Even though it does exist outside of North America, it's way more common here. Things like a sheet of plywood is 4 feet by 8 feet, and all your studs are landing 16-inch on center, and your plywood lines up with all that, blah, blah, blah. Obviously, you're gonna use imperial just because it's based on a standardization of imperial, so you wouldn't use metric for this sort of thing. I don't know, if you're building a log house or something, then you could throw everything out the window at that point, because you're just scribing a lot of the time. And you know what, in the end it's good to know both. Summer is here. It's like July 17th or something, and the weather's just been pretty crap for the longest time. There was a few nice days back in June, but yeah, it's finally, the forecast looks like it's gonna be pretty good here for the next, at least for the next week. So I'm just sort of drying everything out. Still here at the base camp. I bought a handsaw and somehow left it at the store. That was like the main purchase. So I had this handsaw. When those cordless batteries die, I can just use the handsaw. So I guess it's back to the chainsaw, which is pretty rough cutting for lumber. But I don't know. It's just, you got to cut plywood and stuff too. But yeah, I left it at the store, and the store is like 100 kilometers from here. So not going back. Gonna head up there in the boat in a few minutes after breakfast. I iced at a wall yesterday. I ran out of battery, so I wasn't really able to film that, but so pretty out. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep trucking away here. Got this little wall built, just gonna stand it, maneuver it into place. If it was any bigger, I'd have some braces and stoppers in place so the wall doesn't fall over altogether, and then it would be a lot of work to get it back up there again. But it's actually not that big, not that heavy. Plywood's completely nailed off. Here I am attempting to make a slab out of some freshly cut birchwood. I'll use it for a future project in my outdoor kitchen. Got to sharpen the chain. We'll finish that little experimental whatever. Might make a cute little shelf in there. I think now is a good time to go and check out the trapper cabin across the river there. It's also part of this property. I guess there was a cabin built there, one of the first trappers in the area, early 1900s, and let's go for a stroll, take a look. Here, I'll show you the rest of the property. It's all this. Up. It goes up a ways. I don't know, it property I think finishes maybe on both sides of the river there, maybe like 300, 400 meters up. I think the original property's up there, or the original cabin or whatever, but man, is it ever growing in there. Damn, it's nice out. Footage might be a little shaky. Bit of a walkway here, an old footpath or horse path, I don't know. Okay, good camera work. That's it, Sean. Show your skills. Okay, there's the old structure. I can kind of see it there. Man, is that tree ever something to look at there. Kind of frightening. Oh. What's this? Okay, kettle. This was definitely a scrap pile of sorts. In the photos I seen, this was all cleared at one time. It was just nothing but grass, basically. Those were old photos. Well, all this second growth stuff is really difficult to get through. Ah, jeez. Okay, that hurt. Good craftsmanship on the logs there from back in the day. Check this out. All this, look at this stuff is just, yeah, chest high. Some pretty good notching there. Not bad. And generally people in this part of the world would cover the windows up for if they're low. Like, this isn't very high. Yeah, she's totally caved in there. But I'm told, like, yeah, just to keep the bears out. Bears like to push through the windows here in these areas. Oh man, yeah, like this was apparently people were using this until, I don't know, 15 years ago. But it's really not done well in the last 15 years. I can see some, I can't even get in there, this is just nuts, but good God. You know, personally, I don't see an old wood, I wouldn't mind using an old wood stove if I could salvage one, but this vegetation's just hard to walk through even. I'd be happy just to put a match to this thing and get rid of it all. I mean, this side of the river is awesome. If I opened this up and just really cleared it out, like big time, you'd be able to see way down the river. Up that way, it's got sort of a 90-degree bend here. But I'm happy for the day. That's it. I'm going home. I have to say, this hand nailing stuff is slow. There are now cordless nail guns that run on battery power. If you can avoid it, it's cool to do it a little bit, and then after day number 5 or whatever, you don't want to hand nail anymore. I'm gonna make a stopping block. I'm gonna lift the wall manual. I'm just gonna muscle it up. I'll fasten that down. It'll stop the wall from sliding off here, and then I gotta sort of like pull the wall back into place. This is a tiny building, so it's small. I thought I could manually do that, but not a chance. That lumber is pretty green, pretty wet still. It's not kiln dried, but good lumber. It's too damn heavy. Thought I had, like maybe a couple years ago. I gotta get fit again. I don't know. I'm getting out of shape here. Dang. I'll get it though, but what to do? Figure it out. Okay, I have an idea. I'm gonna screw on 2. There are such a thing as a, can't remember what it's called. You can stand walls with them though. It's like a lever action, and you can actually stand walls. I don't have any, so it's not an option. But if I could put on some sort of like swivel leg, so as the wall comes up, it'll, you know, catch, and it'll hold it out of position. It's probably dangerous. If this wall falls on me, I'd be okay. It would suck, but I'd be okay. Two. Oh. That's a no. Chance. Not a chance. I just can't get it past that critical point. The struggle is real here. I could have went about it much better looking back on it now, but if you have some better ideas, feel free to leave them in the comments. Sucks. I didn't think it'd be that heavy. Going home. Okay, today is another day. Must be around week 6 by now. I can't believe I can't stand this wall because it's 10 feet by 10 feet. I thought I was stronger than that, but also the lumber is very wet. When it dries it might twist and warp a bit, but I do, with it being nailed in the way it is, I don't know if it'll warp very much. So I've slept on it. I think I have. It should be easy to stand that, but it's not for some reason. Just too damn heavy, I guess. I'm not strong enough. I'll get it up. I'll put some supports under it, and then when you sleep on things, you can kind of come up with better ideas. So if I've slept on it, and then yeah, once I get it up, then I got to somehow slide it back a few feet and into that corner. Just looking at it though, like, I should be able to lift it. I just can't. It's weird. It looks tiny. Jeez. Anyway, yeah, I have a couple ideas, so I'll go with it. I wish those wall jacks or whatever to stand walls, you could do it like piece of cake. I just don't have them here. Okay, so I screwed down a cleat. This here, and these are just going to act as a swivel or a hinge. And I'm going to get this part of the 2x4 past that, then I can let go of the wall for a bit, take a breather. So I hope I can get that past that. Starting to have my doubts here. Maybe not. No. I don't believe it. I don't believe that thing. Really. This thing's trying to f*** me. Are you f***ing me? Dude, come on. Unbelievable. This thing's trying to ruin me. Damn it! Holy brutal. Okay, I installed another cleat. I will try again. I got two now. I got this one, that one. So close, but I can't get it. Like, just not strong enough. God damn it. There's one. Okay. There's one. I need a horizontal something to push on. Try that. My God. Well, I got that. Okay. No need for that cleat. working it over. Come on, baby. Come on. Son of a gun. Holy mother, man. Okay. There. Frickin' got it. This plywood's a little bit short here, but the lumber inside is all tight. There. All that swearing paid off. Eggs or hot dogs for breakfast, I guess. Get on with the day, just got to do the roof and a few other things. Okay, this is what we got. A little tiny something or other, but it'll be a place to sleep. Cozy, put a little cozy wood stove in there. Insulated, all that fun stuff. I'll show you really quick. Let's take a look. I'll do some stairs, maybe with that big chunk of log that I squared up. Maybe I could use that for the stairs, steps, and there we are. Just I don't put the windows in yet because I like to use them as a small structure like this. I can, you know, make some little scaffold and walk on it. And let's go up. There, just putting these top plates on. Double them up, do the overlap so it locks the corners together. So if a tree ever smashes into it, it hopefully might hold up somewhat depending on the size of the tree. Got some big ones here. Yeah, I'll carry on. In time I'll move that forest back because if a fire ever does come through here, it's game over quickly. Has a bit of a western old-timey kind of thing going on here with this top, but I'm going to do what's called skillion roof. Start there, go up to there, and a bit of an overhang there, bit of an overhang here, and then on the outside there I'll have a covering for this here little deck. It's a high snow area, so that's part of the reason I went high off the ground. If it's constantly having snow settling against it and freeze thaw, it's gonna rot everything out much quicker. Get out of here. I don't know if it has cubs with it or I didn't get a good look. Hey! It's making a weird noise. It's like it was really going to town in there. It was ripping away at something. It's making noises. I don't know. It's like I don't want to say teeth chomping, but there's more than one. So I seen maybe a mother. I didn't see, it seemed like there was more than one bear though. Yeah, I think there's cubs there actually. But it came into my turf. I was already here. I could hear it working its way this way. I thought it was, I don't know. I didn't think it was a bear though. Yeah, the bastard doesn't want to leave. Making some noises though. Oh, there's a cub up in the tree. Jesus. Well, I'm in the danger zone now. Yeah, there's a frickin' cub up there. I gotta try something else here. Snuck away. I got all my stuff here. I am leaving the base camp. Well, this would be the first night I'll sleep here. This is cool. Roof has to go on. I'm gonna insulate the top now, and then I'll put the plywood sheathing on top, nail it off. I don't have much roofing material, just some felt paper here. This stuff. As long as nothing punctures it, it'll give you a year or two if you really have to. Depending on the thickness, you get different thicknesses of it. The windows have to go in, and I don't have a door. I got to make a door. I have hinges and I got a handle, so I'll have to figure something out for that. I don't know, but either way, I'm sleeping here. I'm going to put this plastic up here. I'm gonna nail it from underneath. I thought I had a stapler, but I cannot find the stapler. So I got some roofing nails. I'm just gonna tack that up, and there's many ways you can do this, but and then I'm gonna go up top, and I'll go up the ladder, up top, and I'll throw all the insulation. The plastic will hold it in place. Eventually, I'll get some ventilation strips, and you want the air insulation. I didn't get really thick stuff because it's such a tiny cabin, so thin insulation. It's only going to be about half the thickness of the rafters up there, so the air will pass over top of these blocks, because they're not the blocking in between the rafters is lower, so it's not as thick as the actual rafter itself. So I don't have to get too crazy on something this small. If it's leaky with air, that's fine. Like something this tiny, you get like any, even if it's poorly insulated, you have a little wood stove and something so small, no big deal. Hopefully I get this roof on tonight. Voila. Insulation in. First night in here, I got the windows on. I didn't have time to put a door on, so I just screwed that piece of plywood on. I put tape up around the windows and any cracks in the walls. Same reason, just to keep the mosquitoes out. The sound of that. I just threw everything in here. On with the day. Okay, roof is nailed off. All right, I'm looking rough. It's hot out today. It's like, well, getting hot. It's like 28 degrees. So I got this on. It's the black asphalt stuff. It's pretty sensitive stuff. It's more of an underlayment. As long as nothing punctures it, it'll keep out water. This will do for now, and maybe I can get the tin roofing up here in the fall. Next is the door. I gotta make a door. I don't have one, so I'll get started on that now. Yeah, I gotta make that door. I'm gonna insulate it too, so it's gonna use plywood and to get the right thickness for this. And I got some sort of heavy duty hinges, and I'll use those for the door. I'm going to use this here cedar inside the door, and I'm going to sandwich, and I'll sandwich, that'll be sort of the thickness of the door right there, and I'll insulate a little bit in between. That'll be it. I'm just sort of making it up as I go, so I've never tried to make a door this way, but it's all I got right now. This is the last of the cedar that I have. So I have just enough. This is 3/4 inch plus 1/2 inch plywood plus 1/2 inch on the other side, so that'll give me 1 inch and 3/4. Be thick enough. Here's the last of the cedar right here. It's not wide enough. I could maybe throw them in once I get the plywood on both sides. Even though this isn't touching end to end, it'll still give the door some sort of rigidity basically. All I have are these scrap pieces. Well, I have some full sheets. I don't really want to use those, and I don't really care. So I'd like to use up the scraps. Oh well, whatever. We'll make it work. I have nails that are too long. Okay, my hinges are going here, and I found a few last little sticks. That'll be the backing for it. That'll go right in there. And then I'll insulate it. Well folks, I hate to cut it short today. That's it for the footage on this one. I'm waiting to get my hands on more footage. The next episode's going to be a beauty. It's coming out in a few weeks, so stay tuned. Thanks for watching this episode number 4.